Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. You probably have figured out where I am and why I'm here, but I'm back with Project KFC. We're at Darkside Developments and we're going to get the car tuned today, so I'm pretty interested to see what kind of figures it makes. Let's do it. Okay guys, so we're just here with Stylianos. You are one of the tuners here at Darkside, is that correct?
Yeah.
And so what are we doing now then?
So now we are out to do some data logging on the car, just to make sure everything is alright, so we can proceed with tuning.
To make sure everything's safe, everything's happy basically.
Yeah, so we are using like a phone in this case just to do some data logs. Generally we log like parameters such as boost pressures, injection timing, injection quantity, duration, rail pressure, exhaust gas temperature, and some other parameters, but yeah, generally we want to make sure that everything works alright on the car, and then we can progress with tuning. If we see that something is not alright, we will not progress with tuning most of the times.
Sure, obviously you wouldn't just want to just take a car in and go straight to mapping, and then you know something bad happens.
Yeah, we avoid that.
Okay, so after taking it on a little drive then, happy with everything?
I think so, but we always have a look at the logs in the dyno room, just to make sure, because like you might miss something.
Sure, yeah.
Because like probably there we are logging like, I don't know, 20-25 parameters or something like that.
Okay,
So it's like difficult to keep an eye on all of them.
Yeah, definitely.
So these are the main parameters we're interested in. So this green line is the actual boost that the car is doing. The red line is the boost of the requested boost that we are requesting from the ECU. This white line, this one, is the engine RPM, and this is like the actuator position. So here we have rail pressures, we have the torque that the car is doing, that the car is requesting technically, and we also have the metering valve opening. And here we have the fuel quantity, the duration that the injectors remain open, and also the injection timing, so when the injector starts injecting. Here we have temperature after the intercooler, and EGT is like exhaust gas temperature. So what we are looking here, for example, we are looking like if the car is overboosting, if the car is underboosting. Here we can see it is alright. It has a small boost spike, not too terrible. Especially, this is a second gear pull, especially on a lower gear, because like if you do a pull on a second gear, it happens very fast, so the engine ECU is not able to control it that fast, that well. In other gears, like in higher gears, it gets better, like the ECU has more time to control it better. Here we can see that all our rail pressures look alright on the full throttle pulls. And generally this is what we would expect from a car in a good condition, to be honest. Yeah, I think this is alright, it looks to be in a very good condition.
So you'd be happy to proceed then?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, so where are we at now then?
So numbers are alright. I mean, generally we see about like, let's say 200 horsepower from them, maybe like 195, something like that. It's not too low, but it's not great either. So the problem we are facing now is here. So the green line is actual rail pressure, and the red line is the requested rail pressure. The rail pressure we want the car to do, to deliver a set amount of fuel we would like it to deliver. But we can see that it is struggling a bit, and as a result it's opening the valve, trying to compensate, trying to deliver as much fuel as possible, but it's not really doing it. So this is limiting us a bit in terms of how much power we can do, so because we want to take it easy, because we don't really want the car to go into limp mode. That's like our main concern on the road. And also it is throwing this fault as well. And looks like that the injector deviations are a bit off. Injector deviations is like how much quantity the injectors are injecting to keep the car idling, for example. So we can see, like we checked with a software we're using, that cylinder 1 is keeping the injector open a bit more in terms of time, in order to make sure that it injects the correct amount of fuel to keep the car idling
Sure, yeah.
Normally. So yeah, it indicates that there must be a fault in injector 1. It's always difficult to tell and to be 100% sure what the issue is, but it is pointing that yeah, injector 1 might be a bit tired.
Do you think, you know, say if it wasn't an injector, could it be like low compression or something on that cylinder or something like that? Or
I doubt it, to be honest. Yeah, I highly doubt it. Because it's like it's the same fault that keeps coming over and over again.
Sure, yeah.
Injector 1, so it's indicating that there must be something wrong with that one.
Okay. So you had to physically remove the ECU because it doesn't like it through the ABD?
Yeah.
Is this quite typical on a BMW or?
On some of these it's like hit or miss, so it depends.
Yeah, yeah.
But it depends who is doing it. Generally I have a bad luck.
Okay.
So it's always a CU out for me.
Yeah.
The other guys are making fun of it, to be honest.
Okay, so we've ran it with the tune, we've then ran it stock, and now we're running it with the tune again?
Yeah. So now we are going to run a new file with lower rail pressure.
Yeah.
And I mean we're going to lose power for sure, but we just want to see if we lose an acceptable amount of power. Because of the issues we're having, I mean we prefer to have it safe than to have it go into limp mode and lose a bit of power. But
sure.
That is the idea behind it, but let's see. Let's see what happens.
Let's see. Right then, so the car is now tuned. This is Danny, by the way. If you watch the Darkside YouTube channel, you'll probably know him from there. You're the main face of the channel, aren't you?
Yeah. If I knew I was coming on your video, I'd have probably got a shave today.
I never shave, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the figures that it's ended up on. Probably better than what I thought, actually. Stelianos said there was possibly an injector problem. I think cylinder 1, possibly I think that was flagged up on the logs. Yeah. So the fact that we've still got a healthy gain there, like 45 horsepower gain at the top end, can't really complain with that. I'm sure we gained a bunch of torque as well. So yeah, it's done sort of as I've wanted it to. But yeah, I mean, sort of just briefly go over what's like the main benefits of getting a tune, especially on a diesel. Power and torque, obviously. Yeah. A lot of tuning companies will kind of bang on about fuel economy, improvements, which it's not realistic, is it?
A lot of the figures that they're quoting are not realistic.
Yeah.
It can be realistic that you can gain better economy.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is, generally when you have a remap, you want to use the extra power.
Yeah.
So initially, while you're getting used to it and you're constantly putting your foot down to feel the torque and get put back in your seat, it's probably going to be worse on fuel. So if you're wanting a remap just for economy, I take the figures that like others are quoting with a pinch of salt. But yeah, I'd say 90% of people that come to us for a remap, they want the power and torque over your economy.
Of course.
Obviously you just mentioned the figures, it's done pretty well. Just to explain the graph for anyone that obviously doesn't know what's going off here. The green one is before, so that's what it did stock. Your bottom line's your torque, your bottom line's your power, your top line's your torque, and then your red one's obviously after the remap. So again, your bottom one is your power, and your top one's your torque. So pretty much, there's not a point in the entire rev range where it's down. We've got an increase all the way across. Pretty flat power curve as well, so should be good on the road.
Yeah, we just went for a test drive. Obviously, Stelianos drove, and yeah, it feels quite a big difference. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I actually thought that it was mapped before. Previous owner said that it was mapped obviously wasn't. It's another thing the previous owner lied about. But no, it didn't feel slow before. I mean, I think it was, well, it was 140 horsepower. That's what they are stock. It didn't feel slow, but yeah, I mean, with that increase, it should feel a hell of a lot better now. So yeah, over the moon, to be honest. Few details about Darkside, you know, what sort of cars do you do?
Yeah, so it's just the VAG engine, so Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, Skoda.
Porsche.
Yeah, we do the Porsche, which is obviously the VAG engine as well, and then we do the BMWs, which obviously crosses over to like some of the minis and that. So specifically diesels as well, no petrols.
Yeah, of course.
So please don't send us any emails asking us to tune your petrol, because we'll not do it. Yeah. But yeah, if you're not sure who we are, I'm pretty sure George will put a link to our YouTube. Of course. We try his best on there. So. Yeah, all details will be down in the description box below, so feel free to check them out. But yeah, I want to say a massive thanks again for, you know, giving me the time, showing me, you know, sort of behind the scenes today. It's very interesting. Every time I come here, I think this is like the 3rd or 4th time I came here now, always learn something new. So yeah, massive thanks for showing me around, and yeah, much appreciated. Better this time than last time. Oh yeah, definitely. We had a few issues last time, which pretty sure you can link to that video. Yeah, if you want to see what happened last time when I bought the X5 here, that didn't end well. Well, it ended well, but didn't start well. Yeah. But yeah, much happier result today. And yeah, I guess next we need to take the car on the road for a little test drive. I am going to end this video here anyway. Hopefully you all have enjoyed it. Remember to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll see you all in that next one.